least you sit, don't you feel like your sense of balance is like, now your brain's like, whoa, where is my body at? I don't have all the systems.
You want to try?
No, yeah.
You gotta go that way.
Come on, guys.
One more person try. One more person try, and then we'll have. Well,
You nutcase. Nutcase. Huh?
so up down. Yeah. So
Harold.
You following now?
you got your hand.
Hold on.
Right, stand up.
coming out.
He's like, hold on.
Close your eyes. Now turn your head over.
She following
Now don't fall. Okay.
Harold.
That's good. You guys have any
That's what you do at home.
just first about the lecture, and then talk about some other stuff.
Questions.
Like the stuff that you said, anything you can eat to make your nervous system better. Like, I mean, usually you're like Phil said on Monday, like, you know, your brain's just an engine that uses a lot of fuel. So like they say, eating healthy foods, getting good like breakfast in the morning, like that's gonna give yourself the best thing overall. Like, I don't know if there's like a key food that's like just great.
chicken.
They say fish because of all the omega acids.
You know when they say when you get to a certain age, your brain goes back to like more of a children's state?
Like how old?
Like old, like you don't remember stuff, like
80s, 90s.
like oh.
Okay.
Does that have anything to do with the nervous system?
I think that would have to do with it.
When I thought, so what do you mean as far as does it have to do anything? Is that normal for the nervous system to do that, or are you saying?
Yeah, sure.
Like normally, like as you get older, the normal function of the nervous system, as far as like your cognitive abilities or the way you think and process things, like everything kind of your brain mimics like the rest of your body. So as you get older, how do old people act typically? They move a little bit slower, right? But they can still do things if they're healthy, right? Old people are able to like organize their papers, they're able to remember things, but they just do it slowly. So with your brain, you shouldn't lose intelligence. That's not normal to lose intelligence as you get older. So you should be able to, you know, you might just say like what's, you know, I don't know, you add a math problem to them, they might take half a minute instead of 10 seconds when they were younger. But they can still get it.
Not no quadratic equation.
Well,
They're like, we ain't get that yet. Add, subtraction, multiplication, and division.
the thing is too, they find out that like, you know, it's if you work your brain, if you with mental exercise, you know, it'll stay sharp. So.
Dog. 10 seconds.
So,
Miss Elizabeth, you're talking about
when I
you.
had surgery on my leg, I lost some feeling in my leg. Is that normal? Because I lost feeling.
They must have disrupted a nerve.
Yeah, I mean,
Here.
like you lost feeling in that area.
Don't say nothing.
Yeah, how long ago was your surgery?
When I was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, you like I said,
That ain't coming back.
Go.
yeah, you know, yeah, it's very possible because I mean, you have nerves, like even, like I said, you know, you have those peripheral nerves, like they branch out, but nerves as they get out, they start branching out into smaller and smaller things, just like blood vessels. So like, you know how if you cut yourself, you start to bleed a little bit, even though you don't really see like a physical, like a big blood vessel, there's still like tiny ones there, right? They give blood. So there's still tiny little nerves in the skin that give sensation, and like those can be damaged during something like a surgery. I don't know where they went and stuff, but that's definitely do any problem, you know, situation.
I'm cold and hungry.
I'm free.
I'm like nauseous.
Okay, so yeah, the fact that everybody that has to do with stomach line. I don't know, I'm just talking now.
So, what time is class? Because I want to get time to talk. Okay, so we got about 10 more minutes, guys, and I wanted to kind of spend a little bit of time, like, if it's up to you guys, talking about, like, you know, at least like stuff about how I got to what I'm doing. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah.
Sure. We want to know.
Okay.
Start from high school.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll talk about that, and then like you guys have. I don't know what your guys are, you know, aspirations are, and you know, I know this is very math science focused, and you know, there's a lot of different career paths to take from that, which you know, great ones. So, but if you guys have any questions just about like college or.
Are you from here?
So I'm from like Xenia, Ohio.
What?
Xenia, yeah. Southern, yeah. So it's southern Ohio, about outside of Dayton. Small town. Went to small high school. Graduating class was about 50 people.
Wow.
So I don't know how many people were in here, but
We got like
90.
92.
oh, in this class.
No, 91, we got no people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, so small class, didn't really have, you know, I did like the basic like science stuff in high school, but you know, didn't do like a lot of AP stuff, but you guys are doing, which is great. But I came to Case because I was interested in like nutrition, and they have like a good undergrad nutrition program, and so I kind of like, I like the sciences because I was like chemistry, like I was like, oh man, like every time, I don't know, that stuff kind of made sense to me, like how molecules bump into each other and do all that stuff. So I majored in like nutritional like biochemistry because I like how the body like process stuff, like you know, like how some people were able to stay thin, how people could lose weight, how people gain, how people, you know, how different foods affected our body. Like I thought that was interesting. So it wasn't until about maybe like my junior year I started like, you know, considering like, okay, you know, do I want to be like a doctor? Because like I was thinking first, you know, do I want to be like a nutrition? Because at first my nutrition major I'd be like ultimately do like dietitian, like I would help take care of people through their nutritional needs, but I kind of wanted to take care of like a whole patient, like not just their nutritional needs, but just different aspects of people, because in that it's like, I know it's hard to describe, but like not everyone's issues or not everyone can solve things through diet, because by the time you see them, diet is not always as effective as you think it would be. But that's a side note. But yeah. So, but I kind of liked it. I liked a lot of different sciences. I like thinking about other parts of the body. So that's why I kind of like wanted to be a doctor, and I like, you know, working with people, obviously. So, and I think I like a little bit of teaching too. So I don't know if I want to do something in the academic realm as well. So. Yeah, so that's where I'm at now. I'm finishing up my 4th year, and I think I'm going into internal medicine. I don't know if you guys have heard about internal medicine, what they do. Huh? No, I've been in school a long time.
How long? Preschool.
Huh?
Since preschool?
Since kindergarten.
You ain't go to preschool?
No, I didn't go to preschool.
I went to preschool, the 4-year-old program.
I went to preschool and
That was the only time I went to public school.
So-
Except now.
Yeah. Yeah, I ran track in college and high school.
Anything.
Okay, that's a good question. So,
You get enough?
he asked, you know, is it hard juggling sports with schoolwork? And like, it can be a little bit challenging. But interestingly enough, like, I found out that like when I did sports, my grades were actually, this was me, and I've heard it from other people too, that my grades were actually a little bit better because I was like, I always told myself, okay, now that sports was like my playtime, now I have to get to work. Like, you know, usually if I didn't have sports during the season, I would just like kind of lay around all day. I'd be late, you know, I'd be lazy, like, well, I'll just watch a little TV. I'll lay in bed a little bit. that was just how I operated. You have to kind of figure out, you know, what works kind of for you guys, but you can do. I think, you know, it's feasible to do sports with your schoolwork, but
It's fun.
it's you can do it.
I'm relaxed.
It's possible.
I relax like that.
But yeah, exactly. Like for me, I found it as a relaxing outlet. You know, I was able to relax. I could
Work out.
Yeah.
It's fun.
do everything. So,
I've been running since I was in 5th grade. So
is anyone interested in the medical field at all, or
yeah,
what do you guys think about doing?
neonatologist.
Obstetrician gynecology.
Okay.
There was one out one of different information.
Okay.
There's a whole floor, the neonatal floor, where like all the babies like we just had to go in there and stuff like that.
What else? What other people are interested
I
in?
did that this summer. I think I got to be on labor.
What?
But that's so wrong.
And just keep quiet a little bit so we can hear other people's
Look like it's
songs.
gonna eat you. Don't just don't do it.
Damn. Okay. Great. That's great.
What he said?
Using all the right terms and everything.
I was thinking, I want to be on the land, but I want to major in like theater and also minor in theater and also major in some kind of science. So like I have two passions and I don't really like
I love theater, but it ain't gonna give me a
No, that's great. No, I'd bring a good point. Like, you know, like you're right in the stage where, especially when you go to college. Like, I encourage you guys to like really like research and talk to as many people when you're exploring college. Like, college is time to explore different things, and like, you know, I know some people are like, oh, I gotta stay on track, get the best, you know, top grades, top this, take these classes. But there's really a set of pre-med courses that everyone has to take, and then there's still a lot of wiggle room to put in, you know, electives or things to explore. And like you say, you're interested in the theater or stuff like that, and like I mean, like it's hard at this age because I know you guys, maybe some of you guys had like great extensive experiences and talked to doctors. You're like, this is what I want to do. I don't care what you say. But like, I know me, I didn't have that opportunity, and like, you know, it was later on until I got that, and sometimes what you think a certain thing is, you know, some people come in with certain things that they want, like, this is what I want to do, I want to help people in this way, this and that, and sometimes that may come under a different title, you know, or you find out some certain interest that you were undiscovered. So I think like, what I'm trying to say is that like, really use those extra elective time in college to explore things, like really pursue it, and talk to people in different stages, like talk to people that are students. Like if you want to, like let's say the medical field, just because I'm familiar with it, like talking to medical students like me is good only when it comes to like how do I get in, because they're the most current to that situation. But you want to talk to someone about like what the field really is like, you got to talk to actual doctors that are out there and been doing it for a while, because they're past all the hard, you know, work, late hours, all that stuff, and you know, you're gonna find students that are like different moods. Some are coming off bad tests, some are coming off 20, you know, all these long hour shifts. So like, they may not give you the best, you know, like advice or reflection of what something is. So, and this is just for any field, like any field. Let's say you're want to go to education, law, engineering. Like I think the one advice I'd say is like really talk to people at different levels of training in different stages and see like, hey, you know, how do you feel about that decision? Which is anything you would change, stuff like that. Because like being well informed is like half the battle. Because if anything, it will just reaffirm what you know you wanted to do, and give you peace of mind when you're going through those, you know, the hard training, you know, when you have to study for 3 exams and you're tired, or, you know, or it can maybe like give you some insight, like, wow, you know, maybe I want to kind of do this, or maybe I want to change it up a little bit. So that's all I can do. So.
I'm really cold. I don't think I want to receive it.